Hi, I'm Ginny. In this video, I want to address fears. Many of the clients who come to me come from a particular wellness community where there's a lot of misinformation about a lot of things, to be honest. These people believe in this misinformation so much that they unknowingly develop a lot of fear. And they begin to live a life that can lead them down a path of malnourishment, more harm to their body. They end up not listening to their bodies at all and focus more on living this restrictive diet that includes a lot of juicing and a lot of smoothies. And when these clients come to me, maybe some symptoms improved, but there are also a lot of other issues, health issues. And many of them try to do it on their own without having their doctors monitor them, without getting regular blood work done. They'll do it by stopping their medication without their doctors knowing. And there's a lot of danger. There's a lot of harm and danger in doing those kinds of things. I understand that there can be bad doctors out there, and I've had my fair share of bad doctors. But what that did for me was I kept searching for better ones that were knowledgeable, ones that actually really cared. It breaks my heart to see some of my clients live in this state of fear. And I try to help them overcome these fears by releasing all of this misinformation. Now, when I work with my clients one-on-one, what I do is I work with their doctors. I work with their doctor's treatment plans, the medication that they're on. The doctors are doing regular blood work on them to monitor their progress while being on this program, the Kill the Herpes Viruses program. And when I start the program with them, they're already sort of used to it because they were so restrictive. And the program does start out being restrictive, but it's not 100%. You're not being 100% restrictive. I use the Ayurvedic method, which is 80-20 or 70-30. So 80-20 means that you're doing everything that you need to do 80%, and then the other 20% is you're eating foods that are supposed to be restrictive, right? Certain foods you may have more reactions to, so it would be more of the foods that you have a lesser reaction to. But it's important to incorporate that 20 or 30% every day. Because if you're doing something 100% and you're restricting all of those things, you can have a severe reaction from that. So the 80-20 and 70-30 gives a little more balance to that. So you're not experiencing such a severe reaction. So it starts off restrictive, but then as the client is killing the viruses out of the body, then we slowly reintroduce other foods, some of the foods that are restrictive. I tell my clients that they can go out to eat at restaurants, they can, but in moderation, and to be mindful about what they're choosing off of the menu. But to also, if there's nothing that is to their program, to just enjoy it. And some of these clients who will come to me from this community, they cannot enjoy it. They are so set in this mindset of fear that when it's time to start introducing foods back into their diet, like depends on the person, but let's say, for example, there's one person who had to restrict chicken and beef, let's say, and we started reintroducing that into their diet, and very difficult to even try. I understand that we live in a world where there's pathogens everywhere. I mean, COVID has taught us a huge lesson of that. But yes, there are pathogens everywhere. But our bodies are also capable of healing itself if we are giving it the right tools. If we're actually really truly listening to our bodies, if we have awareness of what's going on in our bodies. Doing a program and a protocol is not meant to do for years and years and years. There should be a set time limit. If you've been doing a restrictive protocol for more than 2 years, something's not right. There's something else going on, or you're really starting to harm your body in other ways that you're not aware of. In my book, I talk about how you shouldn't be doing it for a long time. The longest that a client has done a program with me was 18 months. And this person was stage 4 breast cancer. And after 18 months, her cancer markers were back down within range. She was cancer-free. And now she is living her life and eating all of the foods that she wants to eat in moderation. With 0 reactions, she has no symptoms. So recovery is possible. But it shouldn't be a forever thing. You should not be doing any protocol for, I would say, more than 2 years. If you're doing it for more than 2 years, then something is up. And you're not seeing any improvements, something is up. And you need to get blood work done. You need to figure out what's going on in your body. That's what's really, really important. And work with your doctors. If you have a doctor that you're not happy with, find another doctor. Take your business elsewhere. Eventually, you'll find a doctor that will help you. But you have to ask, and you have to be your own advocate in that way. It's like a full-time job. I've been there. I was extremely sick with severe lupus, rheumatoid arthritis. I had 2 brain tumors. I had a stroke. I was bedridden for 2.5 years. I was on methotrexate injections. I was on a lot of prednisone, high doses of prednisone. I was on so much medication. But it was through all my research and experimentation, getting the testing, the right kind of testing done, monitoring my blood work. That was all key to my recovery. And so that's what I do when I work with my clients. I help them with and work with their doctors in monitoring their blood work, their progress, helping them to listen to their bodies, helping them to become more aware of what's going on inside their bodies, helping them to understand the symptoms that they are feeling, especially as they're doing the program. So my whole thing is there's nothing to really fear. There's no fear. There shouldn't be. There are nutrient-dense foods that we need to eat for a reason. And it makes me wonder, those who decide to be on such a restrictive diet and then start to rely on supplements to make up for their restrictive diet, to me that just makes 0 sense. It makes 0 sense. Obviously, there can be some very specific cases, but as a whole, we all should be eating foods in moderation, and we should all be enjoying our lives. We don't have to food prep and bring it to a social event. We can go and eat the food that whoever prepared and enjoy company and not have to live in this fear of, I'm going to pick up pathogens, if I eat a certain food, it's going to make my pathogens replicate even more. That's no way to live. So trust that your body can recover, that your body has an immune system that is constantly fighting for you. But if you have a lot of viruses in your body and your immune system is basically just in survival mode, you need to find the right tools that will help you to kill those viruses out and to get your life back. Check out my book. It will help you.